Well, it is 9 o'clock my time, so 11 o'clock Central, where we are headquartered in Chicago. Welcome, everyone. Hello, Happy New Year. It's 2024, and we're so excited to be here with you and to set you up for a great year with some very important information that you're going to need in the coming year, and that we want to really share some great information so that you can be set up for the months ahead. So we'll be covering some important topics, including an introduction of the 2024 National Leadership Team and the National Liaisons, as well as an overview of my presidential priorities for the year ahead. We'll also connect you with some of the best communication channels to help you stay informed and engaged throughout the year. And we definitely want you to stick around for a very special town hall conversation with myself and our new Women's Council CEO, Amanda Stinton. I know you're all excited about that. So with that, let's get to it. First, I'd love to introduce to you our esteemed 2024 National Leadership Team. There's myself. I am coming to you live from Astoria, Oregon, where it is probably about 40 degrees and dark and cloudy. But that's okay. I still love living here. Then we've got Miss Tammy Noel Adams from Georgia. You know, she loves her Palmer dog. I'm sure he's in there somewhere licking her toes. Then we've got Cheryl Keller, our first vice president. Sorry, Tammy Noel is our president-elect, if you didn't know that. I'm sure you did. Cheryl Keller coming to us from California, Pleasanton area.
Rockland.
Rockland. Okay.
Rockland.
She's got it. She knows. And today is her husband's birthday. So she was up cooking cheesecake or making cheesecake for him last night. So we're happy to have her with us. And we are expecting our slice of cheesecake in the mail any moment. And then Carolyn Altman, our newest member of the team, our treasurer, she's coming to us, I think, from Lake Havasu, right?
Yes, ma'am. Today I am.
Yep. Lake Havasu, because Carolyn loves to travel, so I never know where she's at. And I also know that she really loves and enjoys spending time with her grandbaby. So we just really appreciate her being here with us and appreciate her being on the team. Thank you all. It is an honor to serve with you, and I look forward to a wonderful year with you. So let's move on to some things that we did discuss this. We had our retreat this last year. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, this is what I'm supposed to be talking about, right? We're talking about the so we got together last year in Huntington Beach, California. It was a wonderful retreat. We spent 2.5 days together, about a day and a half, roughly
That's
2.5
right.
days with nights and activities and things like that. Got together. We are super unified on the direction of the council. We discussed where we are, where we came from, where we want to go, and it was really great to see the team come together and know that we're on the same page, and to know that while, as you know, this year I'm elevated as the president and I have things that I want to accomplish that I've been thinking of since I started on the line. It was really great to get the buy-in, the yes, I want to do this with you from the rest of the team. And it was just so nice to share that momentum, if you will. So I'd love to share with you now a little bit about my and the team's blessing, my presidential priorities for the coming year. So that being said, we all know that small bite-sized chunks, we can only do so much in a year or 12 weeks or whatever you want to call it. But we've got some great momentum going. My top priority this year is going to be inclusivity, which we've really started working on anyhow. But I think just to expand on that, we've got so many new opportunities for relationships with industry organizations. This priority affords Women's Council a chance to connect with affinity groups like NAREB, NARAP, the LGBTQ Alliance, and ARIA, and others. It just creates opportunities with industry groups like What Moves Her and so many other opportunities. We have people reaching out to us from all directions. And these relationships will help attract and encourage new and existing members from diverse backgrounds to feel included, welcome in the conversation, and valued in our organization. And this definitely creates increases women's council exposure beyond our core membership. This is also something we're being very strategic this year. We're looking at everything through the lens of our strategic plan. And so this particular priority builds upon the member and industry engagement pillar, which already focuses on inclusion for members through the lens of their business goals. And this also supports industry value to members, that pillar, and it allows for our organization the possibility for new programming at our national meetings. So this is really important. I think this is really an important one to all of our members. And so we're hearing you. It's important to us too. We are one of you, and we're just excited to be able to really focus on that this year and really just grow that piece, that pillar. So the second priority, which if you know me, this doesn't come as a surprise, but it is sustainability. And this is a focus on our members first, the planet, and the organization that helps us prioritize the many hats that we wear as business, that women wear specifically as business leaders. This priority helps improve the value of content and community for members and can manifest as educational opportunities or discounts. And it also reflects the values of our organization. Just a little short story, and many of you who are at my installation know that I gave a tree away for everyone who was, I planted a tree, or there was a tree planted in honor of you attending that. So just this week, we were able to donate $550 to the National Forest Foundation in honor of all of those who attended the inaugural. So 550 trees will be planted. And that just makes my heart smile, because when we have trees, there's so much that trees can do to us. It helps us breathe better, number one, and you know how I feel about breathing. So this also is building upon the member and industry engagement pillar, allowing Women's Council to build a unique sustainability strategy that aligns with the values of our organization and elevates our members' professional value and proposition and personal impact, which is really important because we are leaders in the communities that we serve. And this is one way that we can be a leader on that front. So my third priority is our return on the investment that you make here with the Women's Council. This priority empowers members to make business decisions through Women's Council that enhances their business and their skills. It focuses on the return of the members' investment, opens doors on everything from skills development and leadership development to industry influence. And we know that that's what we do here. This here will build upon the value to members pillar, allowing our organization to show membership value for multiple career stages and in many forms. And this also provides new ways for members to have influence through their achievements. So we really want to highlight the value that our member receives, the return on their investment, because we know that this is going to be one of those years that people are going to ask, why should I renew this, that, or the other thing? It's not just Women's Council. They're asking everything. Why should I renew chamber? Why should I renew my NIR dues? Let's face it, that's a question that's out there, right? Well, we do not want them to have any question as to why they want to renew for Women's Council, because we know the offer that we bring. So, are you with me?
Yes.
Yes.
With you.
Yes. Awesome. I'm so happy that you're with me. That makes the journey so much better when people believe in the priorities and the mission. Yes, yes. Hello from Texas. Well, I'm so glad to have you all here. So with that note, we'll move along to the next slide. I wanted to introduce some very amazing women that we have as our extended team this year. We have Paige Brewer from Florida, and she is our national liaison for the Central region. She is just a wonderful, we learned about each other, and I don't have my notes in front of me right now, and I'm not going to dig through them, but we had a wonderful training with the national liaisons during our meeting, our retreat last last year. And it was great to get to know these ladies a little bit better. So we're happy to have them. We've got Peggy Pentecost. She's coming to you from Texas. She's going to be the Western Region National Liaison. And again, just another wonderful leader that's going to help you and your teams do what they need to do to succeed. And then last but not least, Kay Merg from California. She's the national liaison for the Eastern region. She's already been hard at work with some of you. I know all of you have been hard at work, but I know specifically Kay and I have had some calls together with some of the Eastern region folks. I just want to make sure that you guys know who your direct conduit is, and we'll get into that a little bit. So, but just want to note that this position is still a little new. It's only been the inception was the first national liaisons was 2021, and that was not just a short 3 years ago, right? I want to let you know that these amazing leaders are here for you, and just another layer of great support that we have in place. And they definitely are your first point of contact for the network needs and communicate frequently with both staff and the leadership team. Their responsibilities will include, but certainly not limited to, the following. They're elected to oversee the work of the National Women's Council in their respective regions. So get to know them if you're in those regions. We'll share a map with you shortly so that you know what region you're in if you don't already. They are a representative of the national leadership team, and they serve on the National Executive Committee and the Candidate Credentialing and Review Committee. So they have an important role in our organization and definitely have some great knowledge to be able to share with our members. They will also chair the regional caucuses at the national meetings and conduct regional business affairs and exchange information. So these are going to be some people that you're going to be seeing a lot in addition to the leadership team. And they'll also help us, and this is really an important role for them and for the organization, the executive committee and the leadership team. They're going to help identify challenges and opportunities within the region to assist wherever possible. So they're also going to be assisted by the state liaisons, which is another layer, if you will, of support in place. So at this point, since Amanda has opened up the chat, I'd love to hear from our state liaisons if you're on the call. So please make sure to say hello and which state you're from. If you are a state liaison, please put that in the chat. I see over 99 comments in the chat, so I'm not going to be looking at those, but take a look at the chat and see who your state liaisons are. We've got a map that we want to share with you because this is important for you to know. On our
Kerri, before we move on, I'm sorry, I just wanted to see, we did have a hand raised from Julie Best. I just wanted to make sure that everything was okay on the presentation side of things. Julie? Or Stephanie? I'm going to go to Stephanie Morris here real quick.
Gotta love technology. Lisa Mercury's at a retrograde.
Unmute. Hi, this is Stephanie Morris from New Orleans, Louisiana State, President, Louisiana. Good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year. I love the captions on that you're doing, but it's blocking the screen. Can we move it to one side or the other?
The chat box?
No, it's the caption that's letting us see everything that you say.
That might actually be something I'm not seeing captions.
Okay, maybe.
Well, I just did on and off to see if that helps, but yes, that may be a setting on your screen.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I apologize.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing captions. So hopefully everyone can see our presentation. At the very least, hopefully you can hear me because what I'm saying is on the screen.
Okay.
We can see it. I see we can see it. You can move your chat box with the arrow. Okay. We love our members because they're so helpful. So keep an eye on the chat. If you're having issues, we can certainly make sure that we're addressing them. We good to go?
Good to go.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, the next slide is, hopefully you can see it. as we get to it. All right, here we go. Our next slide. This is our map that represents the regions, our 3 regions that we have. So take a look and note, you can blow it up. If you need to get rid of our faces, please take a look, take a screenshot, blow it up on your phone. Just take a look at where your regions are. So your Western, Central, and Eastern, we want to make sure that you're getting to know that your respective national liaison. And again, a reminder that your state liaison will communicate with you regularly, you meaning the local presidents. Your state liaison will communicate with you. And then they also regularly communicate with your national liaisons. So, your national liaisons, again, will stay in touch with all the state liaisons and their region. And if you haven't, they'll also keep us informed. That's the direct line from the networks to the leadership team, is your national liaison. Your state liaisons are elected to serve. And I know I saw quite a few of them. There's also more than 100 comments in there. I'm sure there's some state liaisons that have said hello. They've been elected to serve as the conduit among, again, the local, state, and national. They're going to be supporting the local networks and ensuring everyone has the information and resources necessary for success, because that's what we want for you, is success. Plus, they are modeling leadership that we expect from Women's Council and fostering development and communication throughout our networks. If you haven't already heard from your state liaisons, you definitely will soon. So take advantage of the interconnectivity of the support system that we have created for your success. Moving on.
You know, I have one more question here. I just want to acknowledge it and then ask, unless it's a technical issue, can we please ask that we reserve the questions for the end? But let's address Genevieve. Do you have a question you'd like to ask, or an issue that you're having? Oh, accidentally, she said. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Thank you.
Well, we appreciate all of you. And this is a slide that I am so proud of. And I just want to share with you all our amazing national staff. They are working so hard to support you in all that you do at Women's Council, and also maintain and grow the connections and opportunities for networks, education, events, benefits, communication, the website, and so much more. This amazing team collaborates to run a 13,000 plus national member organization with just 8 staff. So please, please, please give them a round of applause. They work hard on our behalf, and we honestly could not do it without them. We know that each one of us on the leadership team has served without staff before, with just the support of our tiny little staff, and they really are small and mighty. But when you have this caliber of a staff, it makes our job so much easier. Believe me when I say that. They do an amazing job. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We could not thank you enough. Together, our staff is professional, committed, and an experienced bunch, and they are here to ensure that you have a smooth year, to provide guidance, support, and together with our leadership team to be a sounding board for you, and or to hand you a flashlight and point you in the right direction. Because when you teach someone how to fish, they know how to fish, right? When you give someone the fish, all they know how to do is maybe cook it and eat it. So we're here to teach you and show you the right direction. Thank you, national staff, for your support and guidance. All right, so moving on, we want to make sure, speaking of staff, we want to make sure that you know how to get a hold of the national office. They are available to help with a variety of requests, and please note our 1-800 number. I know their 1-800 number.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yep, it's right there.
Oh, there it is. I see it. And it says yellow box, but I'm like, where's the yellow box? By the way, I told you we won't go there. Anyway, please note the 1-800 number in the yellow box right there. I can see it, which is, and then there's also an email address. So if you need to contact national, our email address is wcr@wcr.org. We also have in our email a Zen desk feature, which means that we track each and every inquiry and make sure that it gets you to the right person, and that your inquiry or your ticket gets solved for quality control purposes. We really want to make sure that we are sort of crowdsourcing things, maybe some issues that might be coming up, questions that might be the same. We want to make sure that if someone's having the same issue, that we are sort of, if you will, if you remember that word, crowdsourcing, so that we know maybe there's a bigger issue or maybe it's a one-off. So this is how we're troubleshooting. So this is the way to contact through these channels, and we'll get you the answers as best as we possibly can. And finally, and perhaps the most crucial, and I can't see your hands, but I know you're all going to say, I have seen the roadmap. And I know you're all going to say, I have read the roadmap, right? Everyone has read the roadmap because it comes out every 2 weeks. And I don't know about you, but there's some really great information in there. So we really don't want you to forget or miss any of these things. Maybe if you're not seeing it, go into your spam or save the settings so that you know that it's getting to you, because this is distributed every other week, and it's definitely your best source of information on council happenings, events, deadlines, governance updates, renewal updates, and so much more. So please read the roadmap. Did I say that again? Roadmap, leadership roadmap. You'll see it every other week. Please read these to stay up to date on the latest information. This includes everything from bylaws to deadlines for things like leadership identification and development, submissions, Leadership Institute applications, everything you need. This is going to be in your roadmap. So please don't lose it. Because, oh, by the way, this is something that I learned from past President Brenda Lee. We can see if you open it.
Sure.
We can't see who's opened it, but we can tell if there's some people that haven't been opening it, just like you can tell on your own email. Because I look at that, right? We all look at analytics. So we don't know exactly who's not opening it, but we know there's some people that haven't, and we want to see that analytic at 100%, especially since you are the leaders, and the speed of the leader is the pace of the pack. All right, have we hit the roadmap enough? We all know about the roadmap. I see smiles, so it's nice to see. It's nice to see people nodding their heads. So, all right. So, what's ahead for 2024? These are just some of the exciting. This is some of the exciting news and initiatives and the benefits Women's Council in 2024 will offer our membership. Your first task for 2024 is to know and communicate with these items. We want you to start right away and actually never stop. Recruit and renew, right? We know that we just passed our deadline of December 31st, but that doesn't mean you can't still renew. So if you haven't yet renewed, especially if you're an officer, because if you haven't renewed and you are an officer, technically you're not an officer. So please renew. You can't be an officer if you don't. But that being said, again, the speed of the leaders, the pace of the pack, go out there and get more. Each one, reach one. Recruit and renew. We know we're launching, this is exciting. We're launching a new member finder online with even more customization to your profile. You'll be able to claim your profile with a photo, description, and more, and search for any Women's Council member seamlessly right on our website. I know there's some clapping going on there, right? Like seamlessly, right? That's the word right there. We are promoting education and our Cornerstone PMN designation while doing social good. I told you about the trees, and there's more. Our partnership with Hiveology provides development and PMN credit, all while supporting bee colonies to build a healthier, more vibrant community for everyone to enjoy. And bees are the knees, let me tell you. We are keeping you engaged with the latest trends and topics in real estate through strong PMN offerings. A reminder that you can host a PMN course at your state or local network anytime to bring these trainings close to home. And we have an array of opportunities through our national organization as well, which you'll hear more about when we talk about Elevate. We are fostering new leadership and growth opportunities for budding leaders within the industry. We are growing, and with growth comes new opportunities. If you haven't already, join a mastermind or sit in on a committee meeting. We have a couple of new committee meetings, committees that maybe you've heard of, maybe you haven't, but our Technology Investment Committee, we just got confirmation from that group, and they're going to be hard at work this year. We also have what's called an Opportunity and Growth Committee, which is essentially our National Leadership Identification and Development Committee. So if you're interested in learning more about what these committees are doing, get in touch with us. We'll get you in touch with them, and maybe you can lend a helping hand in these areas that we are so passionate about. I've also commissioned a special group this year. We've started a presidential advisory group, or a PAG. This is going to examine our CCRC, our candidate credentialing, and that one rules committee, that one. So many acronyms. I was trying to remember them all, but you know what I'm talking about, right? This is they're going to examine the CCRC and the election policies so that we're equipped to groom the best of our council leaders for this organization's future. This PAG will aim to better align our organization's campaign and candidates for future leadership roles with organizational's culture, mission, and vision. Very excited about this one. Plus, don't forget to promote the value of the wonderful business leadership training, our excellent member benefits program, our amazing referral network, and top-notch connection and camaraderies. So there's a lot to look forward to. We're shoring up our strong foundation and moving forward together, and we couldn't do it without you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so let's get this 2024 party started. So our first conference that we delivered, I want to say the first time we delivered it was in, I think it was 2021, if I'm not mistaken, because it was when we were all in lockdown, and we knew that we needed to get our members connected. We knew that many of us, most of us, were at home, unless we were out showing property if we were deemed essential, and that we knew that this was a great opportunity for development, for education. And in fact, one of the best times when we have a market that is a little bit in a downturn, the best time to make sure that you are sustaining your business is to make sure you're sharpening your skills. So this program, Elevate, has really, I think it's evolved quite a bit. So what I want to do is to make sure that you're setting your new year up on the right path. And if you're a network leader, we're going to give you tools, tips, and the collective brain trust of your colleagues to make sure that you're a successful leader this year. If you're a business leader, and we all are, we're going to be addressing the very topics that are your why for joining Women's Council, being a successful business leader. These are going to be lightning rounds, as they have been in the past, because let's face it, we're all busy and there's lots of meetings for us to be on. We don't necessarily need, I was on a 2.5-hour NAR Code of Ethics meeting yesterday, and this is not going to be like that. This is going to be way more engaging, and it's going to be fun, and it's going to be instructive, and it's going to be educational and informational and things that you can do right there. So these sessions, they're going to be quick, relevant, and they're going to be delivered in bite-sized chunks, because we know that you don't have a lot of time, but you have at least 30 minutes from time to time throughout your day to just learn something new, right? So there's going to be over a dozen lightning rounds that will deliver curated content, again, in 30 minutes or less, allowing you to time block and attend the sessions that are relevant to you. You're going to learn from your peers. Many, if not all, of our speakers are your very own Women's Council peers. They're busy and successful professionals just like you. So they're here to help you increase your bottom line, your business bottom line, and hone your leadership skills. And we're excited to help you learn and leverage from your peers. And that's, again, why we're here at Women's Council, because we know that we can learn when we are together and we're talking, we're collaborating, we can learn so much more from each other. So these quick jam-packed, they're going to be quick and jam-packed. You definitely gave us feedback and we listened. This event will be quick and to the point. 2 action-packed days held during business hours, so we won't take away from your precious evening free time and your family time. No matter what your schedule is, with over 25 sessions packed into 2 days, we definitely don't want to overtake your busy schedule. We know that you can fit it in. We know we're all busy. I mean, these days we can listen to it. We can listen to it like a podcast in the car. I've done it. So if you're out showing property, or if you're sitting in front of your computer, maybe not if you're sitting in front of clients, but there's a lot of things that you can do, and we're super excited. I did want to share. So there will also be some networking opportunities. If any of you have attended in the past, we've had some Zoom rooms for socializing and networking. We will continue to have those. some of our members are saying, and I know I've had this happen too, there are referrals being passed along in these Zoom rooms. So we can definitely still sit in front of our Zooms with this interactive bunch and still get business done. So definitely come for the networking and the camaraderie. They're affordable pricing. One of the things that I wanted to share with you, because there is an early bird special. Early bird is through January 19th. It's $99. It goes up to $125 after that. So make sure to get in early. So you've got 15 days. You got about 2 weeks before the early bird pricing goes away. Again, a star-studded cast. We know your time is valuable, so we've booked the best names in the industry to deliver unique content, and our speakers will be thorough, provoking, and they will leave you inspired, make you laugh, may make you cry, but all have been asked to ensure that the content focuses on you, the member, and your business leadership, your whole reason for being a Women's Council member. So we are looking forward to seeing you there. That is on February 2nd and 3rd. And just before I leave that, I want to let you know that there is a PMN course that I actually signed up to attend. I'm very excited about it. I know Marky Ryle Lemons is one of our speakers, and Juanita, I can't remember her last name, but she's another speaker, all about focusing on the customer experience. And again, we are committed to your sustainability as a business owner, as a not just a leader in our organization, but a leader in your business. And we want to bring you the content that's going to help you can maintain your business and thrive, because 2024 is going to be a challenging year in the real estate industry. And we want to make sure that our members are thriving. And so we hope to see you there. So excellent. All right. Also, some dates to remember. We've got mid-year meetings coming up. Gosh, can you believe it? We're already talking about May. Mid-year meetings in DC, May 7th through 9th. They're in conjunction with the NAR legislative meetings. So make sure to take a look at that schedule. If you're going for both, make sure that you know what days are, because they're not the same exact days. So we'd love to see you there. I believe we're in the same space that we were last year, which is nice and convenient because everything's pretty close together. Then we've got Network 360. Again, I can't believe we're already talking about August, but please keep these dates in mind, especially if you are a president-elect. Network 360 is our flagship conference where we invite our president-elects from our locals and our states. We invite our national liaisons and our state liaisons. So that's a wonderful conference that your president-elect Tammy Knoll Adams will be working hard to deliver for you this year. And then our national conference in Boston, November 6th through 10th. Exciting. I'm not thinking about that yet because that's so November and we're only in January, but you should be thinking about it because you should at least be putting that on your calendar. I do know it's on my calendar because if it's not on my calendar, it does not exist. There are other dates that I want to I don't have the dates in mind, but you can certainly check them out on our website. We have Leadership Institute applications for 2025 class. So make sure, I know I've already had people asking me how they can get involved. Make sure to keep an eye out for that. Your LID deadlines, Leadership Identification and Development application deadlines. This is where these two pools of applications and submissions are a lot of times what we are looking at when we're looking for committee members, mastermind chairs and co-chairs, Pledge of Allegiance at the national meeting, speakers. These are the two pools of submissions that we really take a close look at. So make sure that you're getting, if you're interested in that type of thing, make sure that you're not missing those dates. There's an NAR grant application. That date will be coming up soon. Amanda's putting stuff in the chat for us, so make sure to take a look at that. And then we do have our masterminds for commercial, global, business building, and broker owner, which we are sealing up all of the last minute details for that, but those are going to be wonderful, wonderful opportunities for members, your members who maybe can't make it to the national meetings, to actually still have an opportunity to engage with members across the country. So make sure that this is all on the website under your, you log in, you have to join the mastermind through that back end. But please be sharing this information with your members, or if you're interested, make sure that you're taking a look at this stuff. So anyhow, where are we at? Okay. And then your third task, right? We've got our Women's Council Network certification, which recognizes local and state. Lost my screen here. Which recognizes active local and state networks that are achieving the 5 key benchmarks of network excellence and exceeding basic charter requirements per its national affiliation and providing outstanding member service. So who is eligible? All networks in good standing are encouraged to apply. The current president of the network must submit the application, and the application period typically runs from August to October. So networks are recognized and awarded, networks that are certified are recognized and awarded at the national conference. Networks who will fill out an application which serves as a self-assessment tool to determine whether the network is meeting and exceeding basic benchmarks that adhere to both the network model and completion of tasks and achievement that meet and exceed standards. It is recommended that networks begin the certification process early in the year and meet benchmark by the application submission period, again, August to October. This will provide a 7-month window to achieve these benchmarks. It's never fun to do it all at the end. So just kind of keep it going as you're going throughout the year. So why would you do this? Because participating and accredited certified networks are entitled to the following benefits. You'll all get recognized at the awards ceremony, which is kind of fun. You get on stage and get to have your picture taken, I think, with me. And then you'll have an electronic badge that you can display on your microsites and other network materials that you might use, publications. You'll get acknowledgement on WCR.org as a preferred network of choice, which could lead to members wanting to join you. And then we have a press release that National distributes out for media to media outlets. So the staff person that you'll want to connect with on this is Jamie Saltman. Her email is jsaltman@wcr.org. So she is your point contact there. And now that you have the information, and we are going a little bit long, but we're going to slide through this because we want to make sure that we get to the town hall portion of this meeting. We are so excited to help you plan, and we're very excited to continue to provide timely offerings, education, and resources to help you succeed. So as we transition to the town hall portion of our presentation today, we're going to take the screen down so you can see all of our faces. And again, thank you for being here.